Welcome, 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 my tarot maniacs. How are you all today? Okay, looks like we're having some fun here on StreamYard. Thumbs up if everybody can hear me okay. You guys got me? I got Penny Jonas, Cindy Dogwood is here. Becky! Haley's here. Everybody's hanging out. So, guys, you are oh, hi, Susan. Hi, Melissa. You guys are getting Mixtape Monday live, and you know what that means. We're taking requests, babies. Karen, good to see you in the chat. Karen, I owe you a text. I forgot to send some stuff over to you by text. Demon Dictator, good to see you in the chat, my dear. This was my lunch. This was my whole lunch. And my breakfast. I didn't even have breakfast yet. So we're going to kick the crap out of this Monday, guys. So if you didn't see it, I got a violin for Mother's Day. And I'm going to be playing with that after this for just a little bit because I got to make dinner. And then I'm going to be open for 15-minute and 30-minute sessions for the rest of the night. Mondays, I'm usually not open for readings, but I have 15 and 30-minute sessions open now. There's a link pinned up at the top. If you guys want to come and get some guidance from me, maybe you didn't get a good birthday gift or Mother's Day gift. Maybe you didn't get any Mother's Day anything, and you want to come over and treat yourself. Treat yourself, girl. I will tell you what you need to do to have your very best future. So I'm coming over I was over on the Barnosphere. You guys know my buddy Barney over on the Barnosphere. And we were having a little debate about a viral video. I put my makeup on and then got my makeup messed up. So, but it's all well and good because this is a fun place for all of us to have some good times, bad times. Don't you worry about it, boys and girls. So, all right. We are going to be doing pop culture. So you guys can drop your questions. Remember, if you're going to put them all in bold, it helps this old lady see them a little bit better. All capital letters, or you can do super chats, super stickers. I also put my PayPal donation link if you would like to keep the heartbeat of America's hardest working tarot reader going. So let's hit it up. And we may have some new people in the chat coming over from Barney's. So if they're here, give them a nice warm welcome. So got a few things to talk about here. Did some readings on Spencer Pratt running for mayor of Los Angeles. And I'm going to tell you, like, I'm not a big, what were they on the hills or the hills are alive or something like that. I'm not a big Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag kind of super supporter or anything like that. I like what the dude's saying. He's saying some interesting things. So he's very no nonsense. He is, I have to correct myself. He was running as an independent. He is running as an independent, not a Republican. He's not running on the conservative ticket. So had to correct myself on that one. But Karen Bass apparently has dropped out of the next debate, not the race, the next debate. So let's take a look, take a little look while I wait for you guys to drop some questions. Drop some questions. Drop some questions for me, people. Drop some questions. So Karen Bass. Oh, there we go. I gotcha. I got you, Penny Jonas. I just heard Harry isn't getting high security paid. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Am I going to stand or sit, guys? Drop a 1 in the comment if you want me to stand, because you know Anna Milla likes to stand. So 1 in the comment. I think Anna Milla is just going to stand here, guys. I was standing for part of Barney's live, and I feel like it's the place to be. Place to be. So let's do this. We are going to stand up. It traps me in my desk, but that's okay. Becky said the same thing. Anna Milla stands up. Anna Milla stands up. I just made a huge mess out of my desk, but we're still in play. Let's go, kids. All right. You ready? You're ready. Let's giddy up, buttercups. We are settled. This is the fastest I've ever been ready to just drop into the reading. So 5 minutes and we're ready to go. So, there we go. Haley, I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. So Karen Bass dropping out of the debate. Is it going to help, harm, or is it going to be indifferent? Oh, 6 of Wands. So Karen Bass is listening to the people that are in charge of her. Again, Karen Bass is listening to the people that are in charge of her. And this is going to backfire. Is the cabal trying to get Karen Bass off the ticket? Do they know she is a sir? Are they trying to get her off the ticket? Karen Bass, what do we got, kids? What do we got? We got Queen of Wands. She is not going to play. She is no power player. The writing is on the wall. Karen Bass, bye-bye. Is she going to make it to the election? Are we going to see her at the election? Is she going to be on the ticket? 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Now, that's weird. King of Wands. This is weird. I think they are going to keep her on the ticket. Are there powers at play to make her win no matter how she performs? Powers at play to make her win no matter how she performs. Now they're letting her go. They're letting her fall on the sword. But there's something weird about this. I'll do a longer reading on it. We're going to clip it for now. Let's get to some of your questions because I know you guys want to be heard. All right, Penny Jonas just heard Harry is not getting his security paid. Is this accurate? Is it accurate? Is this really what is happening? 9 of Cups, wish came true. So I do think this is a yes card. I'm saying, is Harry not getting a security? Yes, he's not getting a security. It's a nice little happy card. It's probably my favorite card in this deck, besides the Devil's Food Cake. So Harry's not getting the security. What is Harry going to do now? We're going to do a little storytelling with this deck. How do we do that? We go 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Noun, verb. Now the gloves are off. So I am going to predict this, guys. We've got a prediction. So I'm going to have to do a little future cast here. Where's my future cast? Future cast. So what I'm saying here is that now that Harry has no security and he is exposed to a certain amount to the elements out there in the big, bad, terrible, great unwashed. Karen, I will follow up with that question. I just saw it. He is going to really divert himself away, and the gloves are off, guys. I think the gloves are off. What's Harry going to do next? 7 of Cups, death in reverse. Do not expect Harry to change his tune. He is going to double down. So Demon Dictator, thank you so much. If it has not been announced yet, if they take the security away from him, if they take this option away from him, what is going to happen? Harry is not going to turn into a more kinder, gentler, dociler Harry. What he's going to do, he's going to double down, and he is going to behave terribly. I'm going to say that. This is not a stretch. We all know that for a fact. Harry has behaved deplorably. How is that going to affect him with the family? Strength in reverse. House always wins. Anybody that's ever gambled, hey Timwood, anybody that's ever gambled at a casino, the house always wins. Where's my Zephyr girl who knows what I'm talking about? So this is not going to be good for him. He is really going to separate himself from the royal family. There's my girl, Merc and Leo. It is good to see you. I'm doing all right. I'm all right. So is this going to put Harry at risk for elements out there in the great big bad world? What do we got, kids? What do we got? I got bad lighting. My light's falling over. Yes, this is going to put Harry at risk. I'm going to say it right now. I do think this puts him at risk for some of the negative elements in the world. I do think that he is partly culpable, though, because he has been screaming about his security for 7 years, 7 long years. Security, security, security. I need protection, protection, protection. So we all saw, doesn't matter. You can live right on Sandringham. You're still going to have people showing up in crazy balaclavas. What color was that balaclava again? We also, maybe it was the guy who was at Nancy Guthrie's house. I'm just saying, I'm just getting, synchronicities and connecting things here. We got to make things connected. Thank you, Demon Dictator. Smash that like button, guys. Wreck it on the way in. Keep hitting the likes. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's a lot of fun over here. We have a great community. And hit the alert button, because people are not being alerted of my videos because I have been very quiet for the last 7 weeks. I was hiding out in my basement underneath a pile of Legos. Not even kidding. I really was hiding underneath a pile of Legos. So Harry, I do think that this is going to put you on the radar of some negative elements, but I do think psychically that they're going to be domestic elements, not foreign elements in Great Britain. So what you're going to be up against are just some chummy blokes from down the pub who are going to tell you how they really feel about you and your wife. So it's not about color. It's not about your kids. It's about the line of succession and about your bad behavior. So F around and find out. That's basically what Harry did. It's probably the most American thing he's ever done. So guys, let's jump off Harry and Meghan for right now. And we're going to go to our next question. Next question is well, sorry guys. Is reform going to be good for England? Haley Norton, you are a regular here, and I honor you and thank you for coming here all the time, unfailingly. I see you all the time. You're like one of my mods. You're showing up all the time. I love it. Is reform going to be good for England? Guys, we're using the Housewives Tarot today, just in case you want to know. Great deck. The Emperor. Here's the problem. Even if reform is getting in, it's still, what is it? 2 cheeks of the same arse. It's still 2 cheeks of the same arse. The changes in reform are just not, here's the problem. Here's the problem with what's going on in politics in the UK and in the United States is that the different factions of certain types of politics are becoming too similar and too convoluted. So that's really what we've got going on here. There's too much push and pull. I have a few, and one of the things that I love about the United Kingdom and British culture is the level of politeness. And this is something we were talking about on Barney's channel about good manners and good behavior and those sorts of things. I think that politics is still very, very well mannered in the United Kingdom. That's not to say that my good cousins over there in the United Kingdom are not riled up and rabble rousing on their own. But I think the people that are in positions of power have been very much cut from the same cloth. Give us Tommy Robinson. He's going to ruffle things up. Rupert Lowe. I still like Rupert Lowe. I still think Rupert Lowe is a very, very interesting person to look at in terms of politics. I'm not in the United Kingdom, so I don't have a dog in this race. But the political parties are never really in charge, says Demon Dictator. The big power players are in control, no matter what party's in play. Thank you for reading between the lines, because that's exactly what I'm trying to convey without conveying it. I do think that there are some big puppet masters out there in all parts of the world right now, guys. I think they're here in the United States too, but I think that there are some strings being pulled. And let's go into some psychic stuff, guys. As you know, I am one of the ambassadors for Otter Spirit, and this is my obsidian orb sphere, and I use this to help ground when I do remote views. So we're going to look at the Reform Party and just see what the general kind of vibe is going on with them. And the Reform Party, they've got a great message. Everything is great on paper. They're really trying to get it done. They do not have the bodies to do it. They do not have the people to do it. They don't have the backing, and too much of the public is wishy-washy about it. I am going to say that too much of the the public has too many questions about what reform is going to do in power. A lot of people are just like, well, it is what it is. They're just going to do as they do. And I just think that, the possibility of change seems a bit remote to some of the people that are in the United Kingdom to really, really rabble rouse and fight back. I know I'm using some inflammatory language here, but I am. So that's what I think. I think reform is not quite strong enough to be good for England in a comprehensive kind of change that the public is going to be happy about. I think the public's going to be just as unhappy with reform not doing enough. I think it's too much for them to do. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's get to our next question. We are going to stay really to an hour, guys. Really to an hour. So, Karen with the big question. Update on the Fanta virus. Fanta. Let's talk about Fanta. Who doesn't like Fanta? Pineapple soda. It's great. We're not talking about pineapple soda, guys. You know what we're talking about. Fanta virus. Fanta. This is one of the reasons why I won't go on a cruise, guys. I refuse to cruise. Twisted Tiara, it is great to see you, my darling. Great to see you. I owe a lot of people phone calls. TT, you're one of them. How's that Fanta virus doing? Judgment in reverse. All right, so what are our pros and cons? Pros up top, 6 of Wands. It's not getting off the ground. Why is it not getting off the ground? What is the issue? Knight of Wands. They're not getting the kind of movement that they wanted from it. They're going to try and do something a little bit different with this one, guys. A little bit different. So they were really relying on the disbursement of this. My channel is so going to get shadow banned. They're really, really expecting the disbursement to be more significant. They did not expect people to be as careful as they were with their person if they were afflicted or symptomatic. So they're going to do something a little bit differently. So what is that little different thing? We're going to see here 6 of Swords are moving in a different direction. Extended dance remix on this. Two of Swords. They are going to be boop, 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 dropping some things. Look to the skies, guys. Look to the skies. I know not everybody likes to talk about those streaky things that happen behind the planes, but look to the skies. I got that immediately psychically. I do want you guys to be super, super careful about things that go through the air, if you know what I mean. Not getting on those, but the stuff that's coming out of them. So I want you guys to be very, very careful about that, because I think that is phase 2. First phase was on the water. Second phase, look to the skies, boys and girls. And some of us might want to get those gas masks ready. How many gas masks do you have in the house? We have about 6 in ours. Just saying. All right, so I'm going to leave that right there. We can talk about that a little bit more. Actually, we'll do a little bit more. Are we going to see this taken off? This is the same. It's the same old situation. Here, kitty, kitty. Guys, just keep track of who's not feeling well and create a plan, because I do think that we've got same situation here. We're not going to be closed up, though. Nobody's going to have to worry about staying at home. Maybe this time I'll get to watch the Tiger King and day drink like everybody else that I knew. But this time it's not going to work, because people aren't going to stay put. And that is perhaps not the worst thing. Herd mentality, herd resistance. Let's talk about it. Herd mentality, herd resistance. Are you guys reading between the lines? Read between the lines. What lines? Read between those lines. 37 people in the chat. Please strike the like, and subscribe if you're not already. So more to come on that. Let's talk a little bit about Blake Lively. I heard some very interesting stuff about Blake Lively. So apparently Blake Lively she actually picked up the same dress that Britney Spears was wearing in a poster, because Justin Baldoni told her that he had that on his wall when he was younger. And she literally went out and got the same dress. Britney wore it better. Just saying. I'm missing all the chat. I'm not seeing all the chat. So, TT, you're not feeling well. We'll look at it later. I'll scroll through it in a minute. So, it's coming out now that the settlement has been struck. There's a lot of stuff that Blake was doing there. A lot of stuff. So I'm going to ask it right now. Is the lawsuit over? Is this beef between the two of them? Is it actually over? Death. Yes. Transformation. Let's look at Blake's side. 3 of Wands, she's still gunning for it. And, the 3 of Wands is interesting. She didn't learn her lesson on this. We got the Hangman in reverse. But the 3 of Wands is about 3 people coming together. In the Ellen Cannon Reed deck, it's the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone. The 3 stages of maturity and growth. This, in Blake's case, she had actually had Ryan Reynolds and what's her name? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift ganging up on Justin with her. If you remember, there was that one meeting where Ryan Reynolds went up one side and down the other side of Justin Baldoni, and Taylor Swift was in attendance in that. So again, her dragons, Blake's dragons. She's Khaleesi. Such a corny thing to say. She's going to go down in history as saying she was Khaleesi. But she hasn't learned her lesson. She's still trying to get people together to To what? 7 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. She wants to ruin his reputation. She's still attempting to ruin his reputation. She couldn't do it legally. She's going to try and do it socially now. So that's what we got for Miss Blake. I can't believe it. I can't believe they didn't find him guilty. I can't believe we had to settle. So, Justin, what about him? 6 of Wands. This puts him in a place of success. It also has given him peace of mind, and he knows better as a result of this. He knows better with that High Priestess there. 4 of Cups. He will never, ever, ever allow this kind of situation. 5 of Swords. He's doing all he can to avoid having this kind of a situation in the future. So she is right now, I think, actively, and we did see this in some of the emails, the email that she had sent over to Matt Damon, was a little bit tipped into being very critical of him and changing opinions. In my opinion, I just dropped a card. What did I drop? Did I? Maybe I didn't. Well, it might not be playing with a full deck, guys. So, what psychic is. So, will her career take a hit? Strength in reverse. Her lack of control. 9 of Swords, the Fool, and the Moon. What is our outcome? Give me an outcome card here. 2 of Swords. Hollywood does not want to deal with her. There's going to be a lot of criticism of her in the industry. A lot of criticism of her in the industry. And most people are not going to want to get involved with her. Is her career going to take a hit? Not entirely. But a little bit. There are going to be people that decline to be involved with her. So that's a shame. That's a shame. What about Justin's career? I think his career is banged up too. Hierophant. 9 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords. What else? Don't be surprised if Justin Baldoni writes a script about a similar situation. I don't think it's going to be about, I was a dude making a movie. He is going to write a script that is going to explore what happened to him. It ends with us explored the situation, from the man being disruptive to the woman. And I think he is going to write a script where the tables are turned. This is not going to go over huge in Hollywood. There's going to be a lot of debate and conversation about it, which is good in Hollywood. But I do think that he is going to find a script from possibly from a female writer, or bring a female writer on to give support to this. So it will be a female writer writing about a particular male that was not treated well, taken advantage of by a female. And that's how he's going to get it across. But it's going to be a controversial piece, and it's also going to be met with a lot of criticism once it is in the can and produced. So that's interesting. So, does it actually hurt his career? No, because he's going to go in a slightly different direction where he becomes the teacher of how not to do it. So, neat stuff for Justin Baldoni. So if you have questions about that, drop them in the chat, all caps, please. If you'd like your own personal reading, Karen, I see your comment in there on the vertical. You could drop a super chat with your question, or If you want to do it offline, there's a link up above. I have some 15-minute and 30-minute appointments that I opened up for today. So it's a flash sale. I don't offer those readings all the time, but I had such a great successful sale over the weekend. Not everybody could get in. I want to make sure that it's open for other people. So you can look at the 15, 30-minute readings at the link, or you can book a full hour later in the week. But today I'll be doing the 15 and 30-minute readings. I do have some bookings that already came through. So I didn't refresh my screen, so I don't know how many more are coming through, but would love to see some of you guys on my schedule. Let's get to the next one. The next one. So, heard that they were taken off the royal website. Karen, it is great to see you. Let's go look at the official royal family website. All right. And I will screen share with you guys. Let's do a little screen share here. A little bit of screen share. I got to tell you guys, it is so much easier when I do this on here. All right. Marketing, no. Statistics, no. There we go. Oh, and then I just hit allow all anyway. Look at me. All right. So here we go. We've got the king, the queen, royal diary. We don't care about that. The royal family. Let's go look at this. Oh, this is members of the royal family. Bloop. We've got the king, queen, Princess of Wales. Look at that. She's got top billing. The Prince of Wales. We've got the Edinburghs. And there she is, the Princess Royal. We all love her. We all love her, don't we? Don't we? I don't know a single person who doesn't like her. I'm just doing some questions here, guys. Marking some questions. Who else? The Duke of Gloucester. Duchess of Gloucester, Duke of Kent, Princess Alexandra. We're going slow. Oh, boo. Still there. They got one page, though. All right, so we'll leave this up. We'll leave this up for now. They take it down off the scene. All right. What's going on with this website? What is going on with this website? Royal website. Cindy, I heard your boo. All right. Is the king considering taking them Dune? Is the king considering taking them Dune? It doesn't take too much to just knock somebody off the end of that list, right? Not too much. Seven of Wands. There's still way too much conversation about this, guys. They know for a fact, the minute they're taken off the website, that it's going to look like those titles are gone, and Harry is going to act amok. If they cut him off, he's going to be unhappy, and then he's going to lock into this personality. They're not going to have a lot of control over him. Not going to have a lot of control over him. So what about the titles? What about the titles? How's the king feeling about those titles? Titles. Page of Wands. I hate to say it, guys. Don't yell at the messenger. Been yelled at enough today, right, Barney? So I got called a liberal today, guys. Just hilarious. So I don't get mad at me. They wanted to see how they do in this faux royal business. This is since the Australia trip, since all that debacle. They are trying to see how Harry functions. And let's face it, Harry does not have the capacity to function as an adult because that's not his training. This is like taking an African gray parrot that was bred in captivity and has been hand fed and groomed and had their wings clipped, their whole life in a beautiful gilded cage. And then you just drop it in the middle of wherever. Like Harry is not equipped to be out on his own. I'm not saying he's deficient. I'm just saying that he is not equipped to be out on his own. He's just not. So they want to see how he's doing. They know he's not doing well. Inclination for the king. Death in reverse. They have already demonstrated that they are not functioning within the capacity of the royal family. The business of, well, I'm in the royal family, and as soon as everybody just wraps their head around it. Twisted Tiara, don't worry about that. Just drop a question. Baby. Just drop a question. So you get a pass, honey. So if you are a beautiful woman and you go into an event, you don't have to tell everyone that you're a beautiful woman. I'm dressed up and I'm a beautiful woman. You don't have to do that. Harry is now screaming, I'm a member of the royal family. I'm a member of the royal family. If you have to say it, and you have to say it loudly, guess what? You're not. So that is a shame. So there we go. All right, we're going to clip that there. What's my next question? We are sticking with the royals, guys. Sticking with those royals. So I'm okay with that. Alarming things have been happening with Invictus sponsorship. Boeing was, I correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys know the percentage, it was like 25% or 23% of their funding, and Boeing is now pulled out. It seems that support is waning, running. Indeed. So will we still see Invictus 2027? Invictus 2027 set for Birmingham, the home of Ozzy Osbourne. 6 of Swords. That's an interesting card to get for Invictus, because the 6 of Swords is rescue, recovery, getting out of danger. Is it that they are going to move it from Birmingham? Because I did mention Birmingham. 5 of Cups. There's too much chaos. 3 of Wands. They're going to find another location. I know that sounds radical and crazy. I think that they are going to have to find another location. I think they're going to blame some of the circumstances on Birmingham. Can they move Invictus at this? I mean, it's a year away. They could. Can we move it? Ace of Cups. The world. It's over. Boys and girls, it's over. Invictus is going to be over. Is Invictus cooked? Are they going to cancel the Invictus games? Am I future casting here? Future cast. Are they going to cancel right now? Energy right now, today, May 11th. It is 3:54 p.m. in the U.S. on the East Coast. Right now, is Invictus headed toward cancellation of the 2027 games? Yeah. Yeah. You done messed up, Ron. I'm saying it right now, guys. I don't think we're going to see Invictus 2027. I don't think we're going to see it. Harry's already tried to rope the king in. He said no. Yes. No. TT, you can ask question. You get a pass, baby. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. Ask away. Ask away. Ask away. I am saying it right now. I think Invictus is going to be canceled. I keep getting Edward, guys. I keep getting Prince Edward, though. Is Prince Edward going to come in and save the day? 9 of Pentacles. Prince Edward could save the day. 10 of Pentacles. The Star. I know he's not the most dynamic. He's not the most interesting royal. But there's something that he is going to do. Maybe push it on down the road. Maybe get involved. I think Prince Edward is going to have something to say about it. Now, how cool would it be if, like, Sophie, Secret Weapon Sophie, got involved? Like, that would be kind of wild, because she was an equestrian. I think that Edward is going to step in, and I know, like, Mike Tyndall is somebody who's more sporty, and there are other people that I got you, TT. There are other people that are more suited for it, but I think with the Duke of Edinburgh Award, like, there's some similar efforts here. I know that's not celebrities or not veterans. So sorry, Greg's computer turned on. I don't know why, but it turned on. So, will the royal family save Invictus? The Hanged Man. They want to let Harry feel it, and they want Meghan gone. They want her gone. They want her out of the equation. Out of the equation of Invictus, that is. They want her out of that equation. They want a divorce, guys. They're all praying that this is going to blow up. They are. So I'm saying I think that Invictus is in danger. Hi, Musam. Nice to see you. Welcome to the club. So, Prince Philip Trust funds. Thank you, Marnie Hall. Twisted Tiara, Birmingham is a bust. I know loads of people there. They don't want Invictus there at all. They want their city cleaned up. Musam, if you'd like a personal reading, I'm requesting that you drop super chats, or you can book a private reading with me at the link pinned to the top of the comments. So there it is. There it is. This is Mixtape Monday. I'm just doing pop culture. My friend TT is getting a reading because she's my friend. So, all right. Anything Harry can do to save Invictus? He's got to get a divorce. How many times does this Queen of Swords come up? She is shop, lady. Shop. So, all right. We'll cut that there. What's our next one? All right. Haley, are we on Divorce Watch? We're going to shuffle casino style. There we go. All right. We're going to do this in 2 piles. We're going to do he said, she said. This is he said. This is she said. So this is Harry right now. His take on divorce. 2 of Cups. He wants out. He has learned his lesson. He knows everything that he needs to know. What about her? King of Wands. She ain't going nowhere. Actually, that's a lie. King of Wands in the upright. She's doing her own thing. She is actually putting all that. So if he's said, "I want out. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. This was dumb." If he's saying that, "I want out. I learned my lesson." She's going, "All right, I'll get all the ducks in a row." And I think this dummy is allowing her to do it. Dumber divorces have happened. So can't say much about it. So, will we see something in the summer? Will we see something in the summer? Chariot in reverse. Emperor. No, they are going to, and I said this last year, guys. I said this last year. They are going to try and make it look like they are the happiest couple in the world. We all have these people in our Facebook feed. We're just so happy. We're going to renew our vows and we're on vacation. And look at us. Click, 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 click. Oh, wait, I can actually do it with my phone. Look, click, click, click. Look at how cute we are. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're so cute. We're so cute. Click, 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 click. So that's basically what's going to happen here. We are going to see two people trying to show their staycation at their Montecito mansion. We're going to have some stupid pictures. Harry's going to be doing bong hits out back. And the whole time it's going to suck. It's going to suck for them. So, all right, guys, I am going to finish up the questions that we have, but I am going to close the questions for now. So no new questions. Everybody, if they're in, Fairway, I'm going to agree with you on this. I think, I'm just going to pull this up real quick. I think they are Les Miserables. Are they going to fake it? Are they going to fake it? Star. Yeah, they're kicking this can on down the road. He's on down the road. They can't go anywhere. No one else will have them. Nobody likes them. This is part of the problem. I don't think Harry has any friends anymore, guys. I'm going to tell you that. Let's do a little remote view while we're at it. Why not? Why not? Why not? So Harry is still actively trying to reconnect with some friends, trying to put some life back together. He's testing relationships that he had before, and one of the things he's saying is that Megan has changed. She knows it. It was. She knows that she came off bad, but she was so nervous meeting everybody. This is about his friends, his social circle, not necessarily the royal family, but his friends. So he's making his excuses for her, but it's only in a desperate effort to make it more palatable for her to be accepted back in England and in those social circles. So they're not going to split anytime soon, guys. They're going to pretend that they're still together. We're not going to get any massive blow up, but I honestly, I don't think that either of them. Megan has like a few sycophantic girlfriends that hang out with her. It's like closet sharing, but she needs them more than they need her. Megan needs her friends more than they need her. So, there's a lot of ducking calls if they have to. Yeah, I hope his friends read and listen to the news too. But all right, we are going to stop that right there. So I think Fairway, I think the summer, they are just going to be pretending they're still together. And we'll clip it here. Clip it. Clip it. Let me get the rest of these questions. Haley, thank you so much for your super chat. And we are going to see. The news keeps telling us that King Charles and William are butting heads. Is this true? Is it true? Is this true? King Charles and his heir apparent, are they not getting along? Let's see. 10 of Wands. I think what all of the brouhaha about them not getting along, I don't think it's that they're not getting along. I think that they are in a situation where it's really impossible to apply a solution because they know that Harry is going to wild out as soon as he sees it. They know he's going to act about. They know he is going to create a ruckus. The news said William was shouting at the king and it made him scared. The world in reverse. It's no different from their relationship as it's been their whole lives. William is much more progressive in the way that he thinks and he conducts himself. And I'm going to tell you, if William was shouting out him, William won. William won. Let's unpack what that's all about. What was that all about? I think the relationship dynamic is just the same. I think it's a very volatile dynamic. I think they do scrap, and I think that that's fine. I think William is a much larger person than King Charles energetically, possibly because of his illness. So, did William shout at the king? King of Cups, he was very upset. What was that argument about? 8 of Swords. It was about tradition and evolution. So, William wants to evolve something. So, this is King Charles being stuck. This is William being much more progressive. So what is Charles stuck in? 9 of Pentacles. We have to stay protected. We cannot start to bring in other elements. 5 of Cups. What does William want to transform? The 2 of Swords. He wants to take charge of the line of succession in the royal family. He wants to take charge of it. He wants to direct the traffic so that he doesn't have to move mountains once he is coronated. Sorry. Penny, I think a lot of people say that Charles is a weak king. I don't think that he's weak. I think he is polite to an excess, and I think he also understands the lessons that his mother gave him, that you have to move mountains very slowly by a shovelful. And unfortunately, Charles is not being afforded the 70-year a 70-year reign. Charles is going to have a much shorter one. He doesn't have the luxury of time. He does not have the luxury of time. So, it's unfortunate. So, for Pete's sake, Butterfingers here. I got to do the sloppy shuffle here. Ready? We're going to do a little sloppy shuffle. Do I still have a sloppy shuffle in here? I do. That is one of my favorite things. Sloppy shuffle. I own that domain, Sloppy Shuffle Tarot. All right. So we're going to leave the king. How can the king and William see eye to eye? How can we get them to see eye to eye? Two of Wands. They're never going to see eye to eye, guys. William is creating a new royal family, and the king is seeing his future grow short. And I'm not saying that because he's sick or anything like that. It's just a reality. He's not going to have a 70-year reign. Whereas William may well have a 40-year reign, or possibly more. Who knows? And how old is William? What is he, 43? I think he's 43. Yeah, they're never going to see eye to eye on this, guys. So William's just going to have to. What's my advice for William? What is my advice for William right now? William, what do you got to do? What do you got to do? Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Sit on your ideas for right now. William has to sit on his ideas and his revolutionary changes that he wants to make, because they're not going to work just yet. He can't implement them just yet. He's got to let it go. He can create the groundwork for it, but he can't execute. So he can make the bullets, he just can't fire them. That I think is good. He's just got to sit tight. He's got to wait his turn, unfortunately. Cue up. All right. On to the next question. Oh, Marnie, that's interesting. Carlos Flores, hola. ¿Cómo está? See you on the vertical. All right. Ellen DeGeneres bought off-market Brian Grazer's Montecito estate in January. Does this mean she's going to be moving back? Are they moving back? Is Ellen specifically moving back to the U.S.? Ellen, what are you doing? Ten of Wands. Four of Wands. That's a home card. Death in reverse. Ace of Cups. It's not going to work out the way she wants it to. What is the problem? King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm going to say this. It won't feel energetically right if she does come back to the United States. The people that were in her corner before, it's not that they're not in her corner anymore. It's that they're just too busy to be in that situation. They're just too busy to socialize. You know, you get to a point in your life where, you know, your kids are a certain age, and you know, I have a couple of girlfriends that, you know, they're like, oh, you know, they don't have kids, and they're like, you know, all my friends, like they've got grandkids, they've got kids going to college, you know, they've got stuff going on around their kids, and I just feel left out. I feel like, you know, I don't identify with them anymore. And that's kind of the situation with Ellen coming back to the United States, is that the people that were into the stuff she was into, her and Portia, they're just not available anymore. And I do think a lot of this is the exodus out of California. A lot of people have left California, celebrities included. And I think the exodus out of California has created some social issues for them. The Montecito house that Ellen has bought is intended to be another family home. Does it wind up being that? I don't think so. And I think they wind up hating it and getting out. So even if they are going to hole up there for a little while, I don't think they stay for very long. I think they go, this isn't what we wanted. I mean, she's got plenty of money to fly back and forth. So are they going to give up the UK location? Are they going to give up the UK location? No, I don't think they are. I think they're going to hang on to that just in case Trump gets a third term. Good morning, Dave Murphy. Welcome to the fray. So I got yelled at on Barney's channel today. Not by Barney. I was called a liberal. Somewhere in Florida, my father woke up in a cold sweat. What? So I think that they're going to keep the United Kingdom place. I think they wind up going back there, even though that doesn't feel like home. You know, there's something about Ellen not being able to plant her roots. She just doesn't, you know, she, for whatever it's worth, she was famous for buying houses, rehabbing them, redoing them, and then flipping them. She was like a multimillionaire house flipper, and she was really, really good at that. I think that's what's going to happen with this Montecito house. Maybe Harry and Meghan will want to buy it, but maybe Harry will buy it for Meghan. I don't think they're going to leave the house in the Cotswolds. I think they're going to hang on to that and have some work done while they're living elsewhere, living abroad. So, is she coming back with Portia? And I think this relationship, as many do, I think it has experienced some highs and lows. I think they're a pretty sound couple. They're not going anywhere. They're not breaking up. Um, I think if one's living one place and the other is living some other place, I don't think anybody should read into that. I think it's NBD. NBD. No big deal. No big deal. So we'll leave that there. All right. And anybody who's asking questions, guys, I close them up just because I'm finishing up in 15 minutes, and there's another sloppy shuffle. What is going on today? It's probably from all that bowing I was doing yesterday. Trying desperately to play this violin. I can't shuffle. Should just close down my whole channel. Let's talk about Celine Dion. So Celine, what do the cards say about Celine Dion's return to singing in Paris? Will her stiff person syndrome stay at bay? So I'm going to say this right now, guys. They've been injecting something into her vocal cords. There's a treatment that they're doing. I see them putting needles into it. It possibly could be like a stimulus kind of thing. I'm not feeling the electrical impulses, but I do feel that they're putting some substances into those vocal cords. It's making them more pliable and soft. So how is she going to do on this return to singing? How is she going to do? I'm telling you, it's going to be augmented. The music's going to be augmented. Her voice is going to be augmented. They're going to have another track running. It's unfortunate, but they're going to have to do it. So how is this going to go? Ace of Wands. I think it's going to be really, really taxing. We're going to see a very different Celine. There's that Ace of Pentacles or Knight of Pentacles. That's the augmentation behind the scenes. So I think they'll have a little bit of a track running behind her. She's not going to be lip syncing. She's not going to be lip syncing, but she's going to be singing along. It's going to sound like we have some layered tracks there. We'll see that. But this is going to be incredibly taxing for her. The process, and I'm seeing like right here, like this is where they're doing like some injections. It's like going in here. Some very interesting substances that they're putting into her. And it does make the muscles move, which is really cool. It's a really cool thing. So the added, is she gonna make it to all of the dates? Is she gonna make it to all of the dates? It is, Dave. I think my husband says that Celine scream sings. I think she's got an amazing voice. I've never seen her live. Bring back Sade. Where's Sade these days? Where's Sade? All right. Is she going to make it through all of the shows? She's not, guys. She's not going to make it through all the shows. She's going to have an injury. She's going to have, I'm calling it. They're going to say a vocal cord injury. She's going to have a vocal cord injury. Sorry, guys. I'm not setting this up. I'm not putting it out there like my son says. Don't put that out there. I think she's going to have an injury, not from the injections or anything like that. But I just think it's not looking great. You can hear my voice is getting weird. Like it's starting to get a little crackly. I took all my allergy medicine today, so it's not my allergies, but I think she's gonna. They're trying to make it happen. And is it her? Yeah, she's trying to keep doing what she's doing, and her management is egging her on. They're telling her to do it. Yeah, you got to do this. You got to do this. People want you. People want to hear Celine. Don't let her have that Elvis 76. Remember when he was wasted and laughing on stage? If you haven't seen it, look up Laughing Elvis and Elvis laughing and performing. He's laughing through an entire performance because he was too high to do it. So what should Celine be doing? What should she be doing? Yellow Brick Road for her. 7 of Wands. She should be keeping it simple and not trying to dial it up, not trying to have this whole like mini tour. She shouldn't be doing that. She should be chilling out and just doing it this way. I also think she's going to have a surprise guest at one of those shows. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like the likes of Barry Manilow or something like that show up at one of the shows, and then like, oh, it was an amazing night and we had Barry Manilow and he's not well. He showed up, and now Celine's just tapped out. She just can't do it. Everybody, here's your money back. Tra la la, go about your business. So, not the best thing I could do for you, that like best reading for her, but it is what it is. All right, next question. Yikes. Next question. Oh, I got 2 questions, 2 of the same. TT, I got you. And then Humanaki, I got 1 question from you, and these are the last ones. Everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for your super stickers, whatever you did. Thank you for your likes, your chatting. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want more, I have instant readings available tonight, 15 and 30 minutes up top. If you want a longer reading, I have 1-hour readings all week long. So the 15 and 30-minute readings are only for this evening. So if you want to get in there, like I said, I've already booked a few spots. If you want to get in there, pick your spot. So, TT, I'm actually going to switch decks for you. Switch decks. At the Copa. Who saw that Sabrina Carpenter did Copacabana at Coachella? At the Copa. I like Sabrina Carpenter. I think she's cute. Not as cute as our Becky, but she's cute. All right, TT, let me get serious. All right, remote view. Okay. So TT, I think they're going to want to do another little scrape. I think they're going to do a scan, and they may have to do, it's not going to be as invasive as the last time. They may just go in there and do like a little, so I hate to say like the melon baller, but it's like a little scrape that they may do there. So right now, yeah, I think they may want to take a closer look at that. So on your recheck, I think they're going to say, you know what, maybe we're going to do this again in a few weeks. And I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry if that's not the news you want to hear. After they take care of it, be all good. All good. Then we're all clear. Then we're good to go. But they're going to want to keep an extra eye on it after that. So yeah, I do think they're going to do a little bit more of a scrape back there, sweetie pie. So, but after that, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. They're going to get all that. All right. So TT, I love you, honey. Everybody drop some love in the chat for our Twisted Tiara. She's a friend of the channel and a friend of Anna Milla. She's actually a friend of mine. So be nice to my friend there. Be nice to my friend. That's why she gets free readings. Just like you, Becky. Becky. So, all right. Last question. This is a wild card question. Humanaki, my favorite off-worlder. What is this bullcrap that elites are hunting mermaids for their flesh? I'm here for it. I'm here for the weird. I'm here for the weird, guys. Thank you for dropping all the love, guys. Keep dropping those hearts for my girl TT. She needs it. She needs it. She deserves it. All right. Are we really hunting mermaids? Bazinga, guys. We are going to the cryptids for immortality. We got it. Humanaki. Hi, Jane. Humanaki, I think you're onto something here. Everybody's headed to the cryptids. Once upon a time, people used to go and get rhino horns and elephant tusks and all kinds of things like that for medicinal purposes. This little story about hunting mermaids for their flesh is absolutely a play for immortality. Here we go. It's not a good thing because the mermaid community is going to fight back with all that they have because they've got the power. Bring it, kids. Bring it. So this is going to be weird. Are we going to see a revolution of the cryptids? Are the cryptids coming for the humans? Not quite yet. They're not going to show themselves yet, but there's going to be a time where they do show up on your front door. So don't make any enemies of cryptids. We're talking about Bigfoot, chupacabra, mermaids, trolls, giants, anything like that. We got to be careful. We got to watch out. All cryptid lives matter. So make sure that hashtag cryptid lives matter. Drop it in the chat here. But guys, that's going to be it. We are going to wrap it up for today. I can't even believe that I went like an exact hour. Like this is pretty remarkable. This is a moment that we never ever see on Fortune Cookies Tarot. I am long-winded and bananas over here, guys. So thank you so much. I hope everybody had an amazing Mother's Day, even those of you that are in the United Kingdom, because you still get Mother's Day. I wished Becky a happy Mother's Day, and she said ours was last month, sweetie. And I said, well, it doesn't matter because you're an honorary American because you're friends with me. So guys, I hope to see some of you on my schedule tonight. We are going to just have short appointments, 15 and 30-minute appointments. Like I said, I've already got some booked, and I've got a fiddle that I got to start fiddling with. And I've got to talk to a dog trainer about possibly going back to work as a dog trainer because I am a maniac. In the meantime, guys, go over, check out Otter Spirit. I am wearing my lapis, my sky blue jade, and my moonstone today. And as always, this is my obsidian sphere, which this absolutely helps me focus on my remote views so that I'm not drifting all over the place and visiting places that I'm not supposed to be. So guys, I hope to see some of you on my schedule. Thank you so much for being here. I will not be back tomorrow because Ella has one more exam. I'm going to drive her up to school, let her take the exam, and then we're going to come back down, but that's going to be a whole day. It's great to have my baby girl back. I'm finally drinking cups of tea with someone else. I'm not just sitting there by myself. It's fantastic. But I thank you guys for your memberships, your subscribership, your attention, your comments, all the good stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I am eternally grateful for all of you. I am so grateful for your patience while I did some spring cleaning. I'm still spring cleaning. We're still doing some crazy stuff in this house. But I'm so grateful that you guys waited. And and I have some interesting news too. I'm not going to show them to you, but the neighbor, there was There are 2 female ferals that did not get fixed. One of them disappeared. She is returned, and she brought some kittens with her. So we're back to feral land. But my neighbors are heading them up. So not my problem. I got my ferals all in the house and neutered and spayed and taken care of. So everybody's taken care of. Hopefully this one's not going to wander over here, but yay, kittens. Becky, I'll send you a picture. They sent me one little picture of them in the kitten hutch. So, yes, more kittens, 'tis the season. But everybody have a great rest of your day. Hopefully I'll see you in a bit and, see you on my schedule, and I will see you in the future.